Hey y'all!
Good morning.
We're Allison and Eric from The Endless Adventure, and we're coming at you once again with DW Travel.
That's right, and we are continuing our epic USA road trip, and it has brought us to one of our favorite, if not our favorite city in all of the USA, Austin, Texas.
Last time y'all saw us, we were stuck in a blizzard at the Grand Canyon, and while that was beautiful, it was just a little too chilly, so we hightailed it over to Texas to soak up the warm weather.
But Austin isn't exactly known for being the cheapest city, so we're gonna do something a little bit different today. We each have a $100 bill to our name. We are gonna see how much we can do, how much fun we can squeeze in without spending more than what you see here. We definitely want to explore some of the city, but we also want to eat some delicious food. We want to drink some delicious beverages. We want to maybe do a little shopping, so we'll see just how far this $100 is going to take us. Let's do it. Our first stop takes us over to East Austin to this unassuming little street corner to try this little taco stand. It's called Tacos Guerrero.
It may not look like much, but we assure you these are some of the best tacos in the entire city, and best of all, they're very affordable. Breakfast is served. Oh my gosh, they look even better than I imagined. These are so legit. Everything is hand prepared inside as soon as you order, so it's all super fresh. They make their own tortillas here. We ended up going with corn, which we highly recommend, but they also have flour. We do 2 tacos a person, but you can do as many as you want. They're pretty small, but because they're packed full of everything, they're pretty filling as well. These tacos set us back $4 a piece, so $8 for a delicious breakfast. I'll take it. The one I'm most excited to try is this one right here. This is a cactus and egg taco. So you're gonna see this around Austin and Texas in general. They literally slice up and marinate cactus, put it on a tortilla, and you eat it as breakfast. Oh man, the flavors in here are perfect. It's piping hot. The eggs are cooked so well. It just tastes like everything you would hope for in a breakfast taco.
The only downside to this spot is that you're surrounded by traffic, but it's all part of the charm, right? Just embrace it.
Yes, and currently it's very windy, so I'm sorry for all the hair today. They have tons of tacos to choose from, both breakfast and regular tacos. The cactus is fun if you want to get something wacky and wild, but definitely the pastor. Oh my gosh, maybe the most flavorful taco I have ever eaten in my entire life.
There are so many coffee shops that you're gonna find as you walk around in Austin. But since we're already in East Austin, there's one that we absolutely love. It is called Flitch Coffee. I don't know that their coffee is particularly cheap. I don't know that it's particularly cheap anywhere if it's good, but we love coffee, so to us, it's worth it.
It's definitely worth the slight expense, for sure.
So my cheeky little cortado sent me back $4. Allison got herself a nice latte, so $4.85. So I'm doing a lot better. And by a lot better, I mean like less than $1 better.
85 cents better.
But if you fan out your money like this, it feels like you have a lot more.
We love this place not just because the coffee is delicious. It is delicious. But we also love the coffee shop itself. It's built into this vintage trailer. It's just done so nicely. And of course, there's another taco truck here with delicious food. So if you don't go to Tacos Guerrero, or you just have a hankering for more tacos, you can get your fill here. Another thing that Austin has no shortage of are cool little boutiques and vintage shops. We have our eye on this one right behind us called Black Feather Vintage. Vintage stores aren't necessarily known for being the cheapest places, so we'll see if we can find something cool in here without going over our budget.
What do you guys think? Am I cool enough to pull it off? Right after I put it on, I'd probably have to pull it off because it would look so stupid on me.
Good one.
You like that? It's my best joke. It's as good as it's gonna get, y'all.
All right, what do you think? Too much tie-dye or the perfect amount of tie-dye?
It looks like you just got done painting a giant mural or something.
This is awesome. Oh my gosh. 48. Ooh, that might be
That's a little
pushing
too much.
it. Dang.
I think we got to keep it like $20, maybe $30.
I think you might be right, sadly. If I go over, can I just borrow from you?
Absolutely not. Okay, this place officially has the nicest dressing room I've ever seen in pretty much any store.
I feel like you need to be greeted with a cocktail or something when you come in here.
Nice whiskey.
Yeah, this is a very nice lounge room.
Well, y'all, that was pretty tough. Everything was just at least $10 or $20 out of our price range, you know, if we want to eat later on. I did manage to find one thing, though. I got a James Taylor album. They actually had a crate of all kinds of really good vinyl in really good condition. We're actually trying to start a vinyl collection because we have a record player back home and want some oldies in there, not just a bunch of new stuff. So yeah, James Taylor, Mudslide Slim.
I ended up going the clothing route. Surprise, surprise. I got a sweet t-shirt. I'll probably sleep in it for now, but I'm preparing for my future. It says 40 and still kicking ass. And I'm hoping this is true. It's like a good omen for my future self, right?
It's future proof, you know. You're not 40 yet, but you'll get there pretty soon.
That vintage store kind of took it out of us. We spent a little more than we meant to there, so we decided that we would keep our next activity cheap, and by cheap I mean free.
Austin actually has all these really awesome walking paths that run along the southern shore of the river. It's really nice. They have these paths that overlook the city and you can see all these great views. They have this nice boardwalk area.
And it comes with great views of little turtles and ducks playing around. And if you have more than $100 to spend, you can rent a kayak or a paddleboard or go out on an evening cruise and get even better views.
Did you guys believe that we have already walked 10,000 steps today? That means we burn a bunch of calories that we need to immediately put back on. So we came to a delicious barbecue stop. If you know anything about Austin, you know that it's famous for its barbecue. You're gonna find all kinds of really well-known places around the town, but we like to kind of branch out and go to the lesser known places because that's where I feel like you find the best barbecue. Speaking of, this is one of our favorite spots that is way under the radar, very unknown, B. Cooper's Barbecue Trailer. The trailer isn't barbecued, he barbecues meat inside the trailer. But this place is a bit of a hole in the wall, and if you don't have a sharp eye, you just might miss it. It is literally just between these two chain link fences down a little dirt path, and it opens up to the most basic seating area and the most basic trailer, and they make the most not so basic barbecue.
I think it's all to enhance your tasting pleasure over there.
No frills, it's all about the flavor here. I went with a bunch of delicious brisket, and then actually underneath these is some baby back ribs. Woo-hoo. He said they were the fattier of the ribs that he has, so I was like, that sounds exactly like what I need. Brisket is my favorite type of barbecue, and it's not always done very well, but when it is done well, boy is it delicious. And I have a feeling this is done well. So you can see these beautiful char marks outside. There's a little bit of pink there, but mostly there's a whole bunch of fat in there. That's where all that good flavor comes from. Oh yeah. That's good brisket, baby. I love the smokiness of the barbecue. That's the first thing that hits you. It's like you can taste the fire in the meat. And then of course, all that fat just makes it so creamy, so flavorful, not healthy in any way. I will regret this, but right now, I'm very, very happy.
Now we earned it with all of our steps, remember?
Yeah, sure. That's what I'm gonna tell myself.
So your ribs and brisket look great, but I'm pretty happy with my choice. I got the pulled pork and the smoked sausage. Oh, just like yours, it's super smoky, so creamy and fatty, and so delicious. But if you come here, you do not have to limit yourself to just 2 meats. You can get 3, 4, even all 5 types of meat. You might have to bring friends to help you with that though, but it'll be worth it.
We came to what might be arguably the best sunset spot in the whole downtown area. This is the P6 restaurant that is at the Line Hotel. And what makes this place so special is that it is right on the river. So you get this epic view of the water, you get to see the cars kind of driving across all the different bridges. And most importantly, the sun is gonna be setting right over there, and we got a front row seat to it. But you do have to make a reservation for this bar, and we highly recommend that. We made our reservation, and then we were about 20 minutes late and almost did not get our table. So if you pick a time, be there on time. We also had to pay for parking, and that ate into our fund a little bit. So we're both down $4.50 because it was $9 total for parking.
Luckily, it's happy hour though, so
Yes.
we're recouping our costs.
Yes, so that is the main reason we came here. They have a happy hour from 4 to 6. You can get a selection of beers, a selection of wines, so you can drink for a couple hours without breaking the bank, which is great for us because we are on our last few bucks here.
Another really great perk of this bar, if you come here in the summertime, right in front of us at this bridge, there is a colony of bats that comes and lives here. And every night at sunset, they fly out, and you would have the perfect view of them.
We're talking millions and millions of bats. We've been
Millions.
here for it before. It's insane.
You could go across the river and watch the bats for free on the bank over there, but why not have a delicious glass of wine or beer and watch nature unfold in front of your eyes? In addition to happy hour drinks, they also have happy hour food. Look at this beautiful charcuterie board that we got. And what's really neat is that the majority of this stuff is made in-house. All right, y'all, I think it is time for a quick recap. We each spent $8 on delicious breakfast tacos at Tacos Guerrero. Coffee at Flitch set me back $4.85.
Yeah, and my coffee was an even $4.
I spent $35 at Black Feather Vintage.
And I spent $27.
We both spent $24.50 at B. Cooper's Barbecue.
And of course, we reluctantly had to pay for parking downtown, which set both of us back $4.50.
And finally, at the P6 Rooftop Bar, I spent $23.50 on my drinks and appetizers.
And with my portion of the appetizers and the happy hour beers that I had, my total was $15.50.
So, as you can see, I ended up going over just a bit, but I managed to talk Eric into loaning me some money, which put me right at $100 and him at $91.85. Thanks, darling.
I knew when we started out the day that you were somehow going to end up with some of my money. Sadly, our epic road trip is coming to an end. If you guys stuck with us, you saw that we started in Denver. We took that city by storm, squeezed in as much awesome stuff as we could. Then we headed for Arizona and we experienced the Grand Canyon in wintertime, basically had it all to ourselves. We may have had to deal with a bit of a blizzard, but it was totally worth it for the epic views and the hike below the rim. And then we headed over east to Texas to spend a day in Austin, which was the perfect way to end our trip. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with us and we've inspired you to visit Austin. As we said, it is one of our favorite, if not our favorite, city in the USA.
Well, that's all for us. We'll see you in the next one.